Is the Louis Vuitton Speedy still popular? Is it still worth it? Hello everyone, welcome back to another mommy review where I review all things for the love of. Today I want to talk about the classic Louis Vuitton Speedy and whether it's still popular and is it worth it. Now before I get started, if you like the content on this channel, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps a lot. Thank you so much for considering, and on with the video. So today I am talking about the classic Louis Vuitton Speedy. I think it is one of the greatest it bags of all time, isn't it? I mean, like, when I think of Louis Vuitton, I automatically think about the Louis Vuitton Speedy. It is just such a heritage handbag, such a classic that tells the story of Louis Vuitton. I mean, after all, isn't it the first commercial handbag that Louis Vuitton produced? So today I want to talk a little bit about its history, is it worth it, how the prices has changed over time, and just talk about overall, is it still worth buying? The Louis Vuitton Speedy is a heritage piece, as I mentioned, that really has traditionally been associated with like wealth, I would say, and like prestige, and like maybe potentially even a higher income, I would say. I don't know if it's still the case nowadays with the number of counterfeits, just because the Louis Vuitton Speedy is such a popular handbag. I mean, it's iconic. I think it's actually been around longer even than the Birkin from Hermes. So let's talk a little bit about the history of the Speedy from Louis Vuitton. I mean, the purse has been around for a while, and that is no easy task for a handbag to still be in production after years of its introduction. The first version of the Louis Vuitton Speedy was meant to be like a day-to-day, a smaller version of their keepall, and it was introduced in 1930. It was a smaller interpretation of the keepall, like I mentioned, and it's kind of in the midst of like the travel evolution, and it was referred at the time as the Express. The original size for the Speedy LV bag was the 30 centimeter size that you see here, the Speedy 30, and hence the number behind the handbag is 30 centimeters wide. It's supposed to be super roomy, and you can see it's still available to purchase on the website, even though it's been like decades now. So this handbag is currently priced at $1,980. I know that that number has gone up quite a bit over the years. I mean, I think in 1985, the handbag was around $199. So there is quite a significant jump over the years, given the prestige associated with Louis Vuitton, the number of price increases they've had. So calculating back, that's like 93 years. I mean, this is the definition of classic, right? This is the classic of classics. And even saying it out loud right now, being available for 93 years on the market, that is amazing. So this is the original 30 centimeter wide size, very roomy. Of course, they have made some adjustments and updates to it compared to the previous first version that came out. I mean, the first version was like logoless coated canvas, and then it wasn't until later that they added the monogram. The bag is constructed in like single piece of cotton canvas, and you can see that as the monogram wraps around it, one side is upside down because it's like one continuous piece of canvas. And that is one of the markers to keep in mind when you're trying to figure out if a handbag is like a counterfeit. So it wasn't until 1959 that Audrey Hepburn asked Vuitton to come out with another popular Louis Vuitton keepall travel bag that is just a little bit smaller, that is a more miniature sized day bag that she can use on a regular basis. She requested for a smaller version to be made, and that is the 25 centimeters. That is still like super popular today. So this is the Speedy 25, priced at $1,900. You can see it comes with demi-ouverture, demi-bin, as well as the classic monogram. Again, this is just super popular. I think it's because of the sizing. Now that like smaller and more miniature handbags are in vogue, I would say. And since then, there's just been so many different Speedy sizes available, including the size 35, as you can see here, and then you can see size 40, and of course, the larger size will be like the keep all. The Speedy wasn't really iconic, I would say, until Speedy 25 came along, when Audrey Hepburn requested for the 25 to be made. I think it's just like a really cute shrunken down version of the keep all. I wonder if back then they would even imagine it's possible that some of the newer handbags that we have here is even smaller compared to before. I mean, nowadays when we go out and when we travel, like, we buy a lot of things online, so that ships right to our house. We are carrying less and less, so it makes perfect sense that we're gravitating towards smaller handbags that we don't have to lug around. Like, for example, this Nano Speedy is priced at $2,240, came out in 2015, and it's just super popular. You can see it's actually not available for purchase. But they also have other types of materials for the Speedy nowadays, just given how popular the Speedy is. This is the Nano Speedy in the Emperor leather. Isn't this gorgeous? I love the black and the gold hardware associated with it. It's very chic and like still classic enough that you can use it casually on a day-to-day basis. In 2011, the Speedy bandoulière was introduced. Now, Speedy bandoulière meaning with a strap in French, was like instantly popular among the handbag audience. It's got a complete makeover for a regular Speedy, given introducing a longer shoulder strap so that the bag can be worn as a shoulder bag or a crossbody option, in addition to the top handle that people use it traditionally for. The Speedy bandoulière does have a two-way zipper, as you can see here, so it's easier to open the bag. It's easy to kind of spot the difference between the Speedy and the Speedy bandoulière this way. And then since the bandoulière handbag came out, I think this is like the preferred handbag for most people when they're purchasing a Speedy. It's just so much more helpful if you're looking to go out and be hands-free, having a possible shoulder bag or crossbody. I think this is just from a mommy point of view. I feel this handbag being so much more handy with the strap added. I think the money is worth it to get the Speedy bandoulière as opposed to a regular Speedy. Of course, the price tag is significantly different. So you can see Speedy bandoulière 25 is $2,330, and if you check out regular Speedy 25, it's around $1,900. And here for the monogram, again, $1,900. So that extra $400 for the strap, I think for functionality wise and price per use, you get so much more with the Speedy bandoulière 25. So you can see this is the limited edition ones. They've just had so many different versions, and it still consistently produces new prints with each season. So this is the Nautica one, which I think is just so super gorgeous. You can see the interior actually has a different design as well. And I love how they pay attention to these little details. So this is the new spring collection, the Nautica one, that is priced at $2,750. And still available to place in cart. I find that the limited edition ones are nice in that they are not counterfeited as much. I guess it's just not worth it for them because it's a seasonal handbag and there might not be as much of a want for it. But the price of handbags have gone up quite a bit for the Speedy. In 2002, the Speedy was around $500, and then the latest pricing for the 25, as you can see here, is $1,900, and there is an impending price increase coming up soon, so if you're interested, this is the time to snap it up. But over the years, I just find that the Speedy has kind of dropped off the radar. Do you guys feel the same way? I mean, it's good enough for Jackie, Audrey, and Lauren. People say it's good enough for me, but like, I just don't see it being on the top of wish list for a lot of people. If given a choice, I think like if you are going to choose a handbag from Louis Vuitton, some people will go for the Neverfull just because the Neverfull is around the same price range and it's a little bit more popular and like more versatile, I guess some people would say, given a tote bag seems to go with a lot of different outfits. But the Neverfull just doesn't have the same history as the Speedy that you see. But if I'm giving a choice between all the Speedies, I am super crazy over the smaller ones, including the Nano Speedy. This one is $2,420. I love that gorgeous pop of color. The Nano Speedy only came out in 2015, but I just find that it's everywhere. Not so much like the larger version. But I honestly love how versatile the Speedy is, so I am a little bit biased towards the Speedy. I especially love how you can use it for daily use and dress it up and dress it down. And you can remove the shoulder strap and just use the top handle if you want. It's a small bag that really packs a punch and like fits a lot. I am honestly shocked by how much you can put inside. Maybe even a small water bottle and a small umbrella as well. For me, it's a cultural icon and very nostalgic handbag. Even though for me, honestly, Speedy is not a handbag that I reach for. I just don't think it's my kind of bag at this time. I don't think it's going anywhere. It's a basic shape, it's a style staple, and I just don't think you can go wrong with a Speedy. I think there is still a certain demographic of people that will always prefer it. Personally, I've moved to other styles from other higher quality brands because I just don't know if the Louis Vuitton quality has been up to par in the recent years. But I think there is still a place in every handbag lover's collection for a Speedy. It is basic for a reason. It is basic in a good way. I just can't see it going away. Well, what do you guys think? Louis Vuitton Speedy, do you think it's still popular? Is it still worth it? Given the multiple price increase that you're seeing, would you still consider adding this to your wish list if you were to, let's say, start a handbag collection from scratch? Is it Speedy today, Speedy tomorrow, and Speedy forever? Well, thank you so much for joining me on another mommy review. And I would love to start a conversation about the Louis Vuitton Speedy. Is it still worth it in your opinion? That's it for today's review, and I will see you next time. Take care and stay safe, everyone. Bye for now.